On January 13th, at the National PTA Reflections Art Exhibit opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony, performers from the Young Artists of America sang the song All I Ask of You from their upcoming production of The Phantom of the Opera.
So how long after you did the audition did you get the call?
It was about a week or so.
And what did you sing?
He had us sing "Music of the Night," the main Phantom song.
Of course.
Yep, and hit the high note.
What's the highest note in it?
I think it's A flat.
Can you do it?
Right now?
Can you do it?
Okay. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Scary, but terrific. Just like the Phantom.
Yeah, that was the note. But at the audition, I didn't have it as well as I have it now because Rolando worked on it. And the great thing about Rolando is he tells you little hints you have to do, and it makes it infinity times better.
But he's a professional tenor, right?
Oh,
So that
yeah.
helps.
Oh yeah, he's a world-renowned opera tenor.
So how did he get you to hit that? What was one of the good bits of advice?
What you have to do is you have to start vibrating immediately. Just let the air flow out and let your voice vibrate. Don't kind of like strain on the note and try to straight tone it. Just right there, just hit it, then go back. And that's exactly.
Okay, and you think you're getting away with not hitting a note? Come on. Come on. So tell us about your role.
So I'm playing Christine Daae, and she's like the little chorus girl that never thought she was going to get to do anything like playing the lead in the big opera that they're doing at the Paris Opera House. And it's kind of like my situation. Like I'm sitting here, I never thought I'd be able to do this. And it's a really cool experience too. And she has a lot of fun high notes.
So where are you studying voice?
I'm studying with Allison Ledbetter-Hines. She's a private teacher. She's amazing. I've been with her since 7th grade, so.
Okay, and your big number?
The biggest one I think is Phantom of the Opera.
So can you hit something there? Or
Oh
would
God.
Do the last.
Yeah. You trying to kill me?
Do it.
And I'm usually like.
She's phenomenal. It's extremely high.
So who's been training you for the show?
My voice teacher and Rolando. He's been like Eitan said, it's like these little things that make it so much better.
So what is the great hint he's given you to hit those notes?
Keep your mouth open taller.
That's another thing.
He just goes tall, and then everything just.
What does that mean, tall?
Like.
Show me.
Like
as
opening
wide as
up
you can do it?
Yeah.
Like, and not necessarily
Open up-
just here, like a
yeah.
space here and here
Yeah.
too. So just like a bigger space
Really?
Open up.
for the sound to vibrate in.
That's interesting. I never knew that. My father was a cantor.
We were invited to come represent Young Artists of America here today at the Reflections ribbon cutting, and it was a pleasure to be here. It's such a fantastic motivator for kids to study the arts and for schools to really step up and keep arts in the schools. And we had everything reflected here today, from dance to the visual arts, the ribbon cutting today, and we were very pleased to be the vocal aspect of the program today and to highlight our 3 fantastic stars of Phantom of the Opera coming up in March.
Well, we just interviewed 2 of them, your Phantom and Christine.
That's right. Yeah, super talented kids, and our cast is from all over the DC area. We had just about 90 students audition, and the cast is just over 40. So it was really, really tough to get into, and the talent across the board at the auditions was astounding who showed up. It's something about Phantom that makes the singer step up.
Right. And Chris?
Yeah. Actually, the whole reason that our organization was built was to support programs like this and to give kids an opportunity to go above and beyond what they get in their schools, to get a chance to really perform at a high level, and also for us to support the arts. There's so many schools around. Some are more fortunate because they're in richer communities, some are in poorer communities, and we wanted, especially with Phantom, to make it a free event for the kids. So we completely opened it up to anyone, no matter what their social background, financial background, ethnic background, and it was actually it's now a melting pot of all these kids from all these different communities and schools coming together to do what they love, which is to perform music.
So you're working with all the vocalists there, and your two stars who we just interviewed told me that you taught them to keep their mouths much open. So talk about that technique.
It's true. Well, I'm an opera singer by trade, so I'm a big believer in teaching kids how to sing healthfully, even though they're singing music theater. So I obviously come from an opera background, and I'm trying not trying to make anyone an opera singer, but I'm trying to teach them how to sing smart. And even in rehearsals, usually you're scrambling just to learn notes. Every rehearsal is also like a voice lesson. So we go through and we learn the notes, and they know how to sing them because they're super smart kids. But then we talk about how to sing it. So you open your mouth, and I always say that singing needs air, and it's a very physical activity. It's not like sitting on the couch with a remote control and watching TV. So yes, every rehearsal involves a lot of talking about how to sing the music, because frankly, Phantom is hard. I mean, the small excerpt you just heard, Christine at the end of that vocally sings a high E sustained. And in our production, she'll actually do it live. And the Phantom sings G sharps and A's all day. So it's really difficult. And besides their raw talent, we really want to cultivate them to be smart singers.
So can you show us how to hit that last note in Phantom of the Opera?
Right here.
I will let you do it.
So for example, most kids, when they're learning to sing and they sing high, they reach for the note, and they do, "Oh, that the Phantom." And what Eitan and I have been talking about is doing, "Oh, that the Phantom." So you actually narrow your voice as you go up, and you blow air at it, and it's much easier, and you never have to strain for high notes. And he was actually able to do that in the concert today after only a couple rehearsals. So, and these kids are just like sponges. They want this information because they want to sing well, and they're just lacking the nuggets of information. So we're very privileged to be able to give them that information.
Okay, so when is it happening? When?
Phantom of the Opera is March 16th and 17th, 2012, 7:30 p.m. at Winston Churchill High School.
Where you teach.
Exactly.
Tell them what you do there.
I'm the instrumental music director there, and I do the orchestra and the band. So it's a nice fit to be able to use my home theater. So we're actually able to use all of our resources to really.
You guys are brothers, actually, working together, not killing each other. This is great. What's the secret?
The secret is that professionally we work separately, and we get to collaborate on this, which is something that we've created, and we're able to foster these kids and help them grow.
And what's your secret?
We were raised very well with very good parenting, and family was very important. And as you can see, family is the strongest bond around. So we're definitely
second that with my 5 brothers. So.
Indeed.
Okay. Thank you very much.
A highlight of the celebration was a string composition composed by Joshua Coyne.
Talk about the piece that they played that Josh wrote.
Okay, Josh has written a number of pieces. He started composing really when he was 6 years old. He was composing and winning competitions and so forth for music composition. When he was maybe 15 years old, 14, 15 years old, he started getting really very serious about some of the things that he was composing, and he wrote and composed this piece called Daydream. And Josh has an ability to compose, I would say, in a pretty cinematic way often. So he's very much influenced by feelings or by nature or whatever is happening in the story. He can write music or compose music that expresses those feelings or those
and it's
situations.
Very lush too. He seems to write for large orchestras and
does.
Lots of strings.
Yes, he does, because you see he's grown up hearing that. This is a kid, you saw the pictures that were up there on the slides. He literally went to school almost every day wearing a tuxedo when he was little. They were polyester. They went in the wash. And sometimes I'd say to him, well, Josh, maybe you'd like to wear your sweater today. And he would say, Mom, they're going to be doing music, because it was kindergarten. And so that's his identity. That's who he thought he was. So at any rate, he composed Daydream, and it was played. And then he entered the AXO competition, and the AXO competition is sponsored by the NAACP. This is a competition that encourages African American, Latino, and other minority kids to get involved and to really do their best to show their achievements in all areas. Some of those might be academic, they could be literature, they could be the arts. And he entered in music composition with Daydream, and Daydream won the gold medal that year. So that was wonderful, and so then the Churchill High School played it, and then after that Scott took it on, and then Scott took it, and he's been sending it to publishers, and we're getting calls from publishers saying they might like to publish.
It's about time.
Yeah, Josh's music, yeah. And so it's really very interesting to be 18 when you look at the other composers on the roster and see that they're people who have PhDs and they have DMAs and master's degrees, and they're working adults, and he's a freshman. And so for Scott to open these doors for him, yes, he's got the talent, but again, there's another case of somebody opening the door for you, and
Right.
and if you have the ability to walk through, then maybe things work out. So that's the story.
Well,
you gave me.
congratulations. It was a great
you.
event today.
Thank you, Joel. It's just, I am so happy that you're here, and I would also like to say to you personally that I am really, honestly, truly, for many years now, proud of you. I am really proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
I'm proud of what you do with Maryland Theater Guide. I'm proud of who you are as a person, because lots of people go around and take advantage, not take advantage in a negative way, but spend their time with people after they're already pros. And you do that, and you're a pro at doing that.
Thank you.
But you are there. You are there for the kids every time. And any time that they are doing great things, you're there. And not only do you review them and get involved and interview them, you don't do that as children. You do that treating them as they are artists, and they're right in there with the rest. And I cannot tell you, as a mother and of kids and a friend and a mentor to all these kids who are in the arts, what that means to them. I don't know anybody else that does it, and I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
That's
welcome.
nice of you.
You're
And I didn't
very
even
welcome.
pay her to say that.
No, you didn't pay me to
Okay,
say it. It's just
thank you.
from the heart. I truly believe it.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.